Ronald Reagan, Sam, protesters in Kiev are being tracked via cell phone. Government may use that info to prosecute and jail. These are people who had nothing to hide just weeks or days ago. I think there's a real tendency on the left to hedge on NSA and the national spying apparatus where there shouldn't be, period. I mean, I think it's very problematic to create a library, a browsing library of this stuff. And, President Obama suggests that in that speech, we haven't seen any real sort of like policy sheet coming out of this, but that it should be kept by either some type of third party or by the telecom people so that we can access it. It's very hard at this point to trust an executive branch series of reforms. These changes need to be statutory. Because if you can decide as an executive, we're going to do 2 hops instead of 3 hops, then President Christie can decide we're going to do 3 hops or 4 hops. That's the problem with all of this.
Governor Christie, stop listening to my phone calls.
I want to see, if we're to take reforms coming out of the administration seriously, they should propose legislation or some framework for legislation.
And they should propose that, and we should also just get used to the idea again in these areas of having an actual adversarial system of checks
on the
and
FISA court.
On the FISA, but just generally that this notion that too much is framed like what is the individual burden and responsibility of being president, and what are the decisions that I have to make, and so much of that conversation is framed that way versus what is just the institutional rigor around all of this stuff generally.
Right.